What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the day ones, all the new subscribers, all the likes, comments, feedback. Thank you so much. It's genuinely uh, greatly appreciated. How's everybody out there doing today? Feels good out here today, man. It's real. Got a little cool breeze coming through. It's not good for the Rillo because it's burning it up quicker, but oh well, feels good out here. You know what I mean? Cool breeze. Uh, so there goes the motion, right? There goes my he needs to check his mail from that lockdown email. Uh, Tomorrow, I'll give him a copy of the certified, where I'll put it on there and I'll send it to his house. And we'll go from there. We'll go from there, right? That's all I can do. So this is my public. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I already took up too much time. All right, my family's already mad. They stayed up over here just already on this fucking phone all day. So to please my family, I'm gonna make it a quick, maybe 10, 15-minute video, man. I'm not gonna take too much time up. It's just to publicly let him know, since that he did everything on social media, there it goes publicly, right? I'll be sending one to his house. I sent one already to his email. This one right here is public. This one's making it official. Okay. Donta Bell, Lamar Bell, you will be getting a certified copy in the mail. Check your email. You probably already have one. Let me know if you received it and it went properly. Like if you received the right one. Right. Let me know if you got it. You're able to open it and you're able to read through it. Right. This is the first step, as you know. Right. This is what I have to do to get the ball rolling. Right. This is you could either take it as a blowing up smoke up your ass or whatnot, right? But don't take it that way, right? Because hence the warning, right? This is right. There it goes. Right. Tomorrow I will do another video, me at the post office getting it certified and having it mailed out to your address. That's the beginning, right? And I will see you in court. I will see you in court. Check your email. Tomorrow when the post office opens up, I will send you certified mail. And I will publicly post it too. So that way everything's public knowledge. All your defamation, all your misinformation was on social media, right? Everything. Everything was on social media, right? Everything. All your misinformation, everything, right, was on social media. Check your email. Check it, right? I mean, I think I'm gonna try to send it to your phone. That way you can have it on your device. But there it goes, right there, man. That's the first step in what I have to do, right? That's the first legal step. There it goes. Right. If you feel I left something out, reply on the email I sent you, man. That way you can, you know, this is not like a rough draft where I said, fuck it, I'm sending that motherfucker like that. Just the way it is. For you, buddy, we're gonna go through the motions. We're gonna go through the motions. So take your time. You got 10 days. 10 days to let me know how you want to go about this. 10 days, buddy. Ten days. What's up, kid? All right, y'all. This was just my form of publicly informing him, right? This video, I'm gonna send it to him, or most likely, he should already seen it, right? So there goes. I've already given you one method of publicly having you served. Right? I gave it to you publicly, right, on social media. There was one. I sent you through your email. That's two. I didn't put your email right there or the certified mail because I don't want you to say, hey, right, you put in my information out there. So I didn't put the certified mail number and I didn't put your email on there, right? But there you have it, man. They have it in a nutshell right there. There you go. That's the first step of me making you shut the fuck up. Right. I'm not gonna make you shut the fuck up forcibly. I'm not gonna force you to shut up, right? I'm not. I'm gonna make you shut up the legal way. And you're gonna feel and look a lot stupider, right? A lot stupider you're gonna look. Oh, I can't talk about it no more. Why? Well, because it was all misinformation, right? So take your time, man. You got 10 days, buddy. 10 days, right? In those 10 days, I might not even do a video, man. Right? In those 10 days, I'll be waiting for you. I might sign off for a couple of days, right? Just a couple of days, man. Take a vacay of this bullshit. Right? Because then I have a 10-day time frame to where I need to come back and address the issues. I told you did something that you wanted. You wanted me to leave Mark alone. All right, all right, all right. I'll pay you a little bit of attention. Mark's out of my jurisdiction for the time being. For the time being, old Mark is out of my jurisdiction. Some other good old boys got him, not me. So Mark, there y'all have it right there, right? That's the first step right here, right? That's the first step. I was waiting till Monday morning to get it notarized, but after talking to, free consultation with lawyers and shit like that, and they tell you, well, for defamation of character, you really don't need a notarized more when it's contract and shit like that, that solidifies it being more legal when it's notarized. But this is just a simple request. That's all it is, right? A simple request, right? That's all it is. He can either ignore it or push it to the limit, like that Scarface and that Rick Ross. Push it to the limit. And then you can see them picking up all the duffel bags, right? Because pushing it to the limit, right? So it's how do you say it? The ball is in your court? Is that the proper terminology in these type of situations? The ball's in your court. My actions is going to be based off your reaction, right? So at this point, I'm all in, man. Texas poker, baby. That's what we're playing here. You think I'm bluffing? Or do you think I got a hand? It's Texas poker, baby. Texas Hold'em. Am I bluffing? Am I bluffing? Or do I got all aces? Let me know, man. Got a full house or am I just bluffing? We right now we're playing high stakes poker. It's high stakes poker. Right? Am I bluffing? Am I bluffing? That's the question you're gonna have to ask yourself, right? Does he have a hand up his sleeve? Does he have any aces up his sleeve? Nah, he's bluffing. He's bluffing. He's bluffing. He's not gonna come all the way to Detroit to Genesis Court Circuit Court and file a motion. No, that's something that's out of the norm. That's something so impossible. That's rocket science, right? That's rocket science that I can't just drive up to Flint, Michigan, go to the courts, and file my motion. It's not that complicated, man. Come on, man. That's why I want to know what was the name of the cabin that he stayed at. Maybe I can give me a Airbnb there and get compensated later down the road for the lodging and transportation. And I have to be lodged. I mean, fuck. I have to get up there. I have to, that cost has to get paid back. It has to be reimbursed. It has to be reimbursed. But if you're as confident as you said you are, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I wouldn't. All right. If you ain't got nothing to worry about, you'll continue. You're gonna ignore it and continue. Right? And that's rightfully due. That's the right you have to ignore a request. That's it. But if you feel that you're as confident as you were the other day, ignore it. Ignore it. I might be bluffing, man. I might not have no money for transportation to get up to Detroit, right? I might have to go out there and do me a GoFundMe or something, shit like that of some sort. Right? I need gas money and lodge money. So if you think I'm bluffing or playing around, I'm not, buddy. I'm not. Hey, but you're as confident as you are and convince so many people, you can probably convince the judge, right? You can convince the judge and the juror that all your information is that as accurate as there is a sun and the moon, right? That's how accurate your information is, right? That you're gonna take it in and say, look, I'll live and I'll die that these documents are accurate. So take those, right? Y'all have a good one, man. This was just my publicly, showing it to the people since he was defaming of character on public and social media. This is my way of addressing him. I sent one to his email. Tomorrow, once the post office opens, I'll send him to certified mail. So when we do go to court, I tried every venue, right? I tried the way he defamed me. I tried this address. I tried these emails that I have on file. I did everything I did, right? And at the end of the day, in civil court, all you have to do is, prove your case, right? That's all you have to do is prove your case. And if you have audio and video to back up your case, man, that's lovely. So, but hopefully he can, you know, uh, as confident as he was, right? I hope he continues with that same energy and drive that he had. I hope he does, right? Hope he continues. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday. Uh y'all probably won't hear from me probably I don't know, maybe a couple of days, right? Uh I don't know, man. I'll probably, you know, pop up every here in a little bit, but right now I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission and I can't be distracted off that mission. Right? Once I accomplish or I fail, right? I might fail at the mission. I might fail. I might lose. I might I might be the one in the wrong. You know, and maybe I just need uh a good humble, right? A good humbling experience to humble me. So stay tuned, man, because uh I'm gonna keep you updated on this content on what happens on this situation, right? This is gonna be my content now, right? Keeping y'all updated on what I do with these motions. When y'all see me take a picture in front of that courthouse, I guess that's when y'all are really gonna it's really gonna sink in then, right? Because like right now, it's like, he just talking out his ass still, right? He's still talking. But it's not really gonna have that effect till you see me in that fucking courtroom, right? Or I'll take a picture, not a Photoshop picture, right? Because you'll see me talking to the clerk. I'll do a live up in that bitch, right? I'm up in the courtroom, filing my motions, asking them where do I go from here? Oh, where's the bailiffs and the service officer where I can get paid a fee to have this person served at? Well, she's on floor 3, or they'll guide me, right? I'm an out of towner. And I'm probably, since I'm a minority, a beaner, they'll probably, look at me kind of awkwardly, right? But once they hear my accent, They be like, oh no, we got a good old Texan here. We got a good old Texan. But see, that's when the reality is going to hit, right? So I know I still have steps to go to get you to believe me, right? I still have more steps to go for you to take me seriously, right? And to me, they're baby steps, man. They're baby steps for a big outcome, right? So there you have it, right? There you have it. As my friend Jonathan Schwartz would say, right? There you have it in a nutshell. That's the harsh truth, right? The harsh reality of it, right? Oh man, it feels good out here, man. It feels real good, man. I'll probably go play me some baseball with my boy real quick across the street at the park, man. Play some catch and hit some balls. Feels good, man. I was actually waiting for some kind of weather like this to do that with them, right? Because fuck, it'd be hot out there, man. Especially at the 90, 98, 99. Right now, shit's like feels like 60, 70, 80. Feels real good. You know, go play some catch. Uh, play some home run derby. Uh, all right, man. Y'all have a good one. For all those naysayers that said I ain't taking the proper steps, these, anybody know this is the first step to resolution. Uh, and all we could do, man, is leave it in the court's hands. When we get there, right? Because I still have steps to prove to him, right? I still have to go. Uh, this is just the beginning, right? This is just a request, right? It's nothing solidifying until I have him served, right? I have to go file my motion in his court, in his residential area where he lives in, right? So now, these next couple of days, I have to start planning my itinerary, right? Is that what it's called? Itinerary? When you about to take a planned trip and you want to know what's there, what's around, what's good to see for a 7-year-old to see for it won't be an inconvenience. It's more of a road trip of such than anything else, right? So I need to do that, right? I need to sit there and be like, okay, how far is the courthouse? How far is that? How long is it going to take me? Woo, 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 woo. Detroit's fucking a shithole of a city. I don't plan to be there no longer than what I have to, right? So it's not like I want to fucking sightsee and shit, right? But if there's some nice attractions for a 7-year-old to enjoy, why not waste a few bucks, right? Why not? It's all for the memories of them, for they can enjoy, right? Or you can say, hey man, we were in Detroit. I don't know what the fuck we were in Detroit, but I went to Detroit one day. He goes back from summer school. Oh, yeah, we went to Detroit. What'd you go to Detroit for? What's up in Detroit? You know what I mean? Other kids are gonna say, "Oh man, we just came from Mexico. We went to Colombia. We came from El Salvador. We went to Miami. We went to New York. We went to Florida, Miami." But when you say Detroit, exactly, bro. It's not. See, it's you can't put a price on integrity. Right? You can't put a price on it, man. You can't put a price on your name, right? You can't do that, right? I mean, I'm not saying I'm a saint, but everything he's saying is all misinformation. Not only is it misinformation, his information can cause me to get harmed. Right? It's just a bad all the way around look for him, right? He doesn't understand that I have to go to his court where he resides. This is the court. His right. This is the courtroom that the defendant resides in, right? This is a circuit court, right? This is where the defendant resides in. This is a circuit court, right? So I have to go there, go to the district clerk, file my motion, pay the fee. I don't know. That's what I have to do. My reach. I don't know how much the court, because in Texas and in Michigan it might be different. You know, it might be more over here, it might be less over there. It just depends, right? I have to go pay that fee, pay another fee to have a sheriff of Michigan or a bailiff that they have serving officers, right? They you pay them $50 and they serve somebody. Yes. Yep. And when you can paint not only with statements, you know, because they're used to hearing statements, but then when you can put on there that you have visual, audio of all these actions, and then the actions are they're not calling you a petty thief. They're calling you the worst of the worst in society, to where, you know, people are going to look at you kind of awkwardly, right? People are going to look at you like, oh man, you know, this guy says you're this and this. People might want to wish you harm because of somebody saying these allegations and these accusations and these misinformation, right? Because if I had convictions of any sexual deviancy, any kind of sexual deviancy, right, it would be his right and anybody's right to spread that information. But when it's wrong, and how do you say it's wrong? Well, he's constantly using other people's criminal records to portray me in a negative light, right? So not only you're not using my records, you're using somebody else's horrific records to really get me damaged, to really hurt me, right? Because if you would use my records, you would understand that there's no crime, there's no victim, there's no such thing of such nature, right? But you don't want to go through that. You prefer to go use somebody else's that's already been convicted to try to put that on me. So it's like you can't pin a crime on somebody that they didn't do, and then try to paint their character, defame their character off somebody else's character. You can't do that, man. You can't judge me off somebody else's character, and that's what you're doing. You're defaming my character because of somebody else's character. In this free country this amazing country we live in, that is illegal. That is against the law. That is against the law, right? So if I can prove in civil case, I can prove in criminal case, right? That your intentions were to cause me harm with your misinformation. So everything you did, right? You're going to be fighting your own self in the courtroom, right? It's me. It's literally going to be me there physically, but everything you're fighting and arguing against, it's yourself. Because all I'm presenting is what you presented to the world. That's my defense, right? It's you. What I'm going to use as a defense against you is you. I told you yesterday, you're going to be fighting yourself. You're going to have to be defending against your actions. Does it make sense? I hope you do realize it, right? I hope you do realize that, right? Because everything that I'm bringing as this discovery, as they would say, as evidence, and it's all you. You gave it to me. It's all you. So when you're in that courtroom, it's going to be physically me there, but you're physically defending against your own actions. Because in civil court, they're used to statements, right? Statements. He said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said. That's different in civil court. Civil court's a lot of bunch of he said, she said. But if you can back up your he said, she said with actual video and audio, it paints a vivid picture for the judge that your statements are valid. That your statements hold truth, right? He knows he can't go 100% truth because he wasn't there, but what, based off his experience and his he's gonna go with, it seems true. This guy's telling me he got audio and video to back it up. It goes further than just he said, she said. Now yours is he said, she said. If you use any audio or video, it's going to be used against you. It's all pointing back. It's like, that saying, man. You point a finger, you got four fingers pointing back at you. And that's what happened to you, buddy. Right? All the shit that you were saying about me is going to come back to you to where you're going to have to defend and be like, and the sad part about it is you have no defense to say, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know, Your Honor. I told you numerous times, doesn't that mean publicly, through text, through conversations, and you continue to accept the truth, right? You continue to spin your own false narrative. So it's going on about a year. You've had my criminal record for about a year, right? So there's no way you can tell the honor. Oh, well, then he's going to say, well, you went to go research Francisco Martinez. Why didn't you take the time to go research the actual Noel Martinez, this guy right here? Why did you go research Francisco and look for a horrific crime to try to pin on him? So you knowingly and intentionally did it. So it's not like you can say, oh, I didn't know, and play the dumb role. Because then all that's going to do is look you liable. He's going to look lying like a motherfucker. What else are you lying? What else is this guy not telling me the truth? And if I can prove and show, what do you think is going to happen, buddy? And to make it better, I will hire an attorney from Detroit. Right? Because I can't hire an attorney from Dallas. Right? If I have to hire an attorney, I will find one from Detroit. Right? For him, he can help me maneuver the Detroit system. Right? A Texas lawyer is not going to help me do that. A Texas lawyer knows Texas law. Right? And the bad thing about Detroit, there's a lot of money-hungry lawyers. Right? There's a lot of money-hungry, what you call ambulance chaser lawyers, right? That they're looking for lawsuits, civil suits, zoos and wham-whams, right? And once I find a nice, decent, reasonable, and if I can persuade this attorney to be like, man, this guy's a 140,000 giant platform, man. He talks about he drives a Wagoneer, this and that. A Wagoneer in itself is about $100,000 vehicle, buddy. If he got all this and that, shit, what do you think? We'll split it, buddy. I'll pay all the, I'll tell the attorney, I'll pay all the filing fees and everything. And, I'll pay you for a little bit of your time, but, you got to look at the big picture at the end of the day, man. It's the payout. It's a big old content creator, social media. And you see, and the thing about Detroit is that there's a bunch of these lawyers around, right? Looking for the next bag, as you would say it, right? They're going to look at the next bag. It ain't no different than somebody going in there and complaining that they just got rear-ended or somebody ran a red light, right? They take those cases when they see it and be like, "Oh, is there a possibility? Oh, fuck yeah, let me look. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, yeah. Okay. Tell me more." And that's why you have to go through so many free consultations, right? So that's why this past next couple of days, I'm going to have to be, trying to get my ducks in a row, reaching out to people from Detroit that knows that court circuit that's, around there, and start from there. Because at the end of the day, I am going to need legal representation, right? I can only go so far, right? I can go all the way with it, but I prefer somebody, legal from Detroit to help me maneuver it, right? And at the end of the day, Donta is going to have to pay for the court costs and the lawyer fees anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to try to do him a favor and try to find him a low budget attorney that can just get the job done, right? Because I would prefer some of that more money to come to me instead of the lawyer. It's almost like a rec settlement, right? But I hope he understands, right, that I'm not playing games with him. I'm not threatening him by no physical harm. Once again, I, Noel Martinez, I am not going to cause Donta Bell any kind of physical harm. Do I wish him any physical harm? Right. All I want is for to be handled in a properly civilized legal matter. That's it. Right. Because that's what we are. We're in a society, right? We're not in Mad Max, right? We're not living as Mad Max, right? We got a society to where people offend you and they have no right to offend you and spread misinformation that would cause you harm. That is your right, man. That is your right, right? So that's why I have to go through the steps, uh, start reaching, looking out for an attorney around that area to help me with the case. And once I explain to him that this guy, he's portraying himself like a big social media star, I think he might even said he got a contract with NBC. Throw it in there to the lawyer. Oh, he got a contract with NBC. Throw in that way his eyes can open and be like, oh, there's more money there. Oh, you think we can sue NBC for his racist remarks? Is he what is he? A reporter? I don't know, man. He's just a content creator, man. But he portrays himself like so it's all we'll see how it plays out, man. That's all I can do. I mean, I can't crash out. Uh I can't be making videos of him telling him, shut up, bitch, shut up, bitch. I can't be doing that, right? I can't be back and forth and making stupid videos. Oh, bitch, you a bitch, you bitch. You need to stop running your mouth. I'm tired of that, right? I'm tired of that. Of going back and forth like bitches, right? Me make a video running my dick suckers. They making a video running their dick suckers. And at the end of the day, we look like a pair of bitches. I'm tired of that, man. Right? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that, right? And like I said, I have my two options is either crashing out or letting the legal system do it. That's it. I might lose, I might win, right? But I'm confident, right? I'm confident that uh, I got at least a strong, decent case, right? It's a strong case, right? And when there's standards, there's levels of defamation of character, right? Like how far can you defame somebody's character, right? How you tell somebody, oh, he sucks, he's a slow runner, he can't catch footballs, right? There's levels of defaming somebody's character. There's the minimal to the maximal, right? And what do you mean by minimum and maximum? What I just made a comparison. Somebody says that you suck at running, and they tell another teammate over and over, or they'll tell a recruiter, They tell a recruiter, you know what, that guy's sloppy, he's slow, woo, 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 woo. To every time you get a recruiter, he tries to ruin or tarnish your reputation as an upcoming athlete, right? There's minimum, there's levels, right? There's levels to it. And then there's levels to where people can defame your character to where they can get it, defame you so much and get it to believe people to get it believe it too much that a lynch mob can come and get you, right? They'll come looking for blood, right? Because somebody will believe it. So now that level of defamation goes extremely high because when the coach was defaming you for going to a better school or to a college, which is not drastically life changing, it is, but it's not like somebody actually taking their life your life away, right? Based on some misinformation. Look at on YouTube. All you hear is give him the wood chipper. You have bigger platforms than Dante Bell specifically saying, give him the wood chipper, right? Give him the wood chipper, right? And you're portraying me in that light, right? So there's already a movement for people to say, throw them guys in the wood chipper. So now your level of defamation goes extremely past beyond, right? It's extremely emotional. The safety of myself and loved ones are at risk as we speak every day because you continue, you continue, you continue, you continue, you continue, you continue. So when we're in that courtroom, have that same energy, man. Have that same conviction that you have. Have it, because I am, man. I'm tired of it, and that's the honest truth, reality. That's all I can do on my end, right? And it's a civil court, man. I have to prove it, right? Which I can. Y'all have a good one. That was just my little quick little video for y'all. He could see the video, check his email. Tomorrow to be certified, and then we'll just go from there. Y'all have a good one.